Look at that cutie pie. Fellow keeper of Iluscia.
Yes, we are the keepers of Iluscia.
That we are?
That we are. Yeah, man. You know, it's interesting coming to the end of it now. It's just the whole idea of like, yeah, how did we get here?
I know, we were trying to figure that out last night.
Yeah.
Because we made at least 2 of the songs before we said, okay, this is the soundtrack to a video game.
Right.
But it's as if the idea was always there because they're so perfectly video game songs.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though we hadn't come to that idea consciously yet.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Yeah. I think a lot of it was tones. A lot of it was sounds, the samples we were using.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it was that. And then all of a sudden we could hear in it, we're like, yo, this sounds retro. This sounds retro gaming, and how can we develop this into like a concept? I think you already think conceptually about music, as do I. So
Yeah.
I'm like already wanting to give it some kind of story.
Right.
And so these sounds obviously lend it to if there's a video game or there's some kind of narrative taking place.
And then as soon as we were like, okay, this kind of has that feel or that aesthetic, then we made that list where we're like, well, what are different points in a video game that are specifically scored? Just the songs that we had made gave us the vibe and the aesthetic of the video game feel, the glitchy, the crushed, but the very emotional too, and very does a good job of putting a scene or a moment in your mind.
I mean, I think we're pulling a lot from our own experiences of games, which is cool.
Right.
I mean, because we've been to arcades, we've played all this kind of stuff, and so it's just like, without it sounding too like it wasn't cliche, and not without it saying cheesy, it's like, how could we tell this very specific story that is Keepers of Iluscia? You know what I mean? How do we tell that story? I'm just stoked on the whole thing. I'm stoked for people to hear it. I'm stoked for people just to get into the atmosphere, I think, that we've created, especially with so many of the tracks being that. Yeah. It really just pulls you into something.
chilling though.
Just chilling.
This is my project now.
Oh, really?
I made everything. I don't know who jalowo or Andrew is. It's me.